Salmon bricks after dark, yeah, we bout to spark. Season 2 recap, big brother ready to embark. Yo, it's Sam in the booth, you know I came to play. Crypto cash flowing, but it's BB all day. Runner up from season 1, I got that fire. Now I'm back with bricks, taking you higher. Georgetown point guard, but I'm still a hustler. Now we here talking strategy, not just muscle, bro. Salmon bricks, yeah, we break it down. Late night vibes when the stars come around. From alliances to blind sides, the drama's hot. On Salmon bricks after dark, you know we got the plot. Yo, we got the plot. I'm Robert Brick, 6'9" on the grind. Clone of Bobby B, but I got my own mind. Survivor jury, now it's BB season 2. Playing hard in the dark, now I'm podcasting with you. It's all strategy, alliances, and moves. And when it comes to Big Brother, we got the groove. Salmon bricks, here we break it down. Late night vibes when the stars come around. From alliances to blind sides, the drama's hot on Salmon bricks after dark. You know we got the plot. Sit back, tune in, grab a drink or two. Salmon bricks got the recap coming just for you. From crypto to strategy, we bring the spark. It's Salmon bricks after dark, where the game leaves its mark.
And welcome back to the TBad podcast. I'm your first host, Tamir Al-Thor.
And your tallest host, Robert Bricks.
Well, it depends on what measurement system you use. Some measurement systems, I would actually come out taller. You know what I mean?
No, I don't actually. That's not how height works.
Let's listen. One of us is right, one of us is wrong. Let's just leave it at that, okay?
Okay.
So, what a week. Normally
What a week.
We come to you right before the ceremony. There was a couple delays on my part, so now we're coming right after the vote. That was incredible. Let's start with Heath. Heath going to the jury house. Did you see any of the updates at the jury house, Bricks?
I mean, at this point, it's hard to miss them. Just all of the chaos that is unfolding there as Jordan kind of continues to melt down. Heath continues to be insufferable.
Sally's still
it is.
Sally is still sweet, at least, when she's over there.
Yeah, but her affection seems significantly misplaced given that Dutch is willing to hand her off to somebody.
Listen, all I know is the President of the United States, Terry Crews, he says that tabloid is not to be believed. He says that journalists have been lying about him and Dutch and all these other people. He also said something about JD, even though he vanished. Have you heard about this JD news break?
Out demon hunting or something. I saw Lily
FBI,
had a piece on it.
The FBI raided his nonprofit organization, his headquarters, but hours before he had vanished. Some kind of immolated bed, some brimstone and ashes in his bedroom, but nothing else burnt. I don't know. He's missing in action. That's all I know.
Yeah, it seems like they've got some kind of alternative reality game going. I imagine there's probably going to be like a couple $1,000s and a picture with Indigo for whoever figures this game out.
Can we actually believe that the FBI were investigating that great nonprofit by JD? He seems so upstanding to me.
I'm going to say it's significantly unlikely that, again, it's just special effects and part of some kind of a alternative reality game.
But back to the game at hand. So we had Heath go out. We had that chaos in the jury house, and then we had a challenge. We had
maybe the best performance by like the entire group of challenge participants that I've ever seen.
They went in. There was a lot of different strategies at play. What did you think about Tyrone and Frank just going head to head the whole challenge, going at each other?
I think that's exactly what I expected. I just expected Frank to manage a better job of it. There were a couple of times where he could have cut off opportunities, put himself maybe in a worse position, but made sure that Tyrone goes down. That would have been my move, was ensure that Tyrone is done so that Moira can take that win, but instead Frank gets taken out fairly early by comparison, and
There's only one turn
with,
earlier.
well, it is enough.
But it said no. Well, the thing that was interesting is at the beginning of the challenge, we had the two men and the two women doing very different things. We had the two men on each turn going at each other, just attacking. And we had both of the girls trying to do their own thing kind of away from them. And by hook or by crook, it seemed like the male battle got closer and closer to Daisy. And then Tyrone, in front of everybody, tries to get Daisy to work with him to take down Frank, and she does. So it goes from a 1v1 to a 2v1, and Moira has all this space. And somehow Tyrone gets in it and cuts her off at the very end. It was intense.
Well, that's the thing, that there were a couple moves back where I think that Frank could have taken off that escape route and ensured the win, but instead it went like it did.
Well, I try. And you're the big brain here, Bricks. I do more other stuff. I know about crypto trading. I could tell you about lifting weights, shooting baskets. I have other areas of expertise, but chess is not one of mine.
Yeah, it's a fun game, and again, they just did an incredible job. So, cheers to all of them. But Frank kind of dug his own grave with that challenge. It was win there or face the execution, and
it was rough. But to be honest, there was a lot that happened even after that. So Tyrone wins. Tyrone puts up both of his former fellowship members. And it was an interesting, because I wasn't certain if he would, because he had done all this stuff for Mel, and then Mel had just dirtily backstabbed him and distanced herself from him. Mel has been playing this. Mel was not part of any alliance to start the game. She was not only not part of any alliance, she wasn't even part of any of the in-groups. She's been an outsider the whole time. And as the Fellowship took out people close to Jordan, Mel went further and further into Jordan's orbit. And then when Jordan herself was taken out, Mel consolidated Jordan's alliance and made it the Mel Alliance. And Tyrone came in thinking he could do that he could take these two little soldiers and run the game with it. But Mel's flipped it on her back. She was the head of household last week with two different showmances. She nominated both of them, and somehow, some way, none of them are mad at her about it. Like, it's intense.
Well, it's an incredible game of playing the middle, both sides against each other. It's just exceedingly dangerous at this point because she's running out of places to hide.
I would have thought she might have gone up here, but she eventually does. We'll get to it. But so Tyrone nominates the couple. And the couple goes into straight, incredible gameplay mode. Frank, he gets Daisy one-on-one.
You're missing the part where Daisy has a minor freak out about to not have Frank on the block in the first place. Oh, okay.
So Frank goes to Daisy, and he had already 2 weeks ago, gone to Daisy after the Dutch thing, and he got Daisy to agree to this crazy deal. So he goes to Daisy, gets her alone again, and gets Daisy to double down on that deal. And she promises him she will not vote him out no matter what. And then Daisy has second thoughts immediately, and it's like, fuck, how can I get in a scenario where I can honor this deal to Frank and not vote him? And this is how I do it. She wants to get put on the block. But hold on, I'm skipping stuff. We got to go to Moira's veto. What did you think about that veto competition?
I mean, that was just a masterful challenge win. Great strategy, just excellent gameplay, just completely in her comfort zone.
Oh my god, she was cooking. She must have remembered every line of those Lily Styles questions that the news reports.
I mean, it's one of those things where sometimes you have those moments where your game is on the line and you've got to step up, and this was one of those moments.
It was incredible, man. It was really incredible. It reminded me a lot of Mojo Rise, an MVP from Georgetown. He was in the zone. He led the league in scoring. He led the league in assists. And that's what I saw out there.
Yeah, it's getting in that zone. That's always the important bit. You have to find your comfort zone, and for this one, Moira really did.
It was insane. So Moira gets that veto. She pulls herself down, and then Frank, who had already talked his way into this great position with Tyrone, he gets Daisy alone, talks his way into this great position with Daisy, and now Daisy, with very little time before the veto replacement nomination, she wants to go up so she doesn't have to be in this position to break her lie, break her promise. And Tyrone just doesn't, he's sleeping. He can't hear her when she's talking. So they go to this veto ceremony where Daisy's trying to get this thing communicated non-verbally, and blockhead Tyrone ain't picking up anything she's putting down, and it was great comedy.
Well, unfortunately, Daisy just doesn't seem to have the disposition for a lot of this. She doesn't want to have to do the dirty work. So, I think that it would have been dangerous for her to be on the block at that point.
Dangerous.
Yeah.
Especially when you know one of the two votes, no matter what is going on here. Like, there's nobody's getting more to vote Frank. So
right.
All it takes is one person, and that situation would have been Mel, who has been playing this perfect middle game. And I don't think Mel would have taken out Daisy over Frank. Mel's been gunning for Frank. Ever since Mel found out, and it was even before Jordan went out, but ever since she sniffed out what Frank was doing, Mel has been heat-seeking mode. I'm getting Frank, and I'm getting fucking Tyrone, and she's just done it with this way that they both think she's They both think she is working with them, and in the truth, she's working against them, and she's trying to make the final three without them, and she might be able to do it.
Well, it's a dangerous situation. This is a good week to win head of households to get your will, but now you can't win it next week when it's win or go home. So.
Well, hold on. We're down to only 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, everybody's eligible for that last HOH. It's not even really HOH. It's a much different. It's called the Final HOH Challenge, but it's really a 3-leg challenge to decide who goes home. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But Mel. So yeah, we're gonna have a 3-way race. Tyrone can't compete in this HOH. The 3 ladies are gonna go. Hold on, I'm skipping scenes again. It went 1-1. Frank was a tie for Frank to go home. 1-1 between Mel and Frank, and then Tyrone had a break right there in front of everybody, and he did. And then there was some really harsh words by Frank. What did you think about what Frank said to the house on his way out?
I mean, it's very understandable to be taken with a lot of emotions.
Yeah.
It is a tough time seeing your game come to an end when you think you might have hope. So I can understand and forgive, but it's a lot.
It's a lot. I lost as just like anybody else, but I lost in such a way that I never got evicted. So I didn't have that moment. I had hope that I was going to win the game up until I lost the game. I mean, there were 7 votes, and the votes were 3-3 until the 7th vote was read. And the last person, Kanye West, God rest his soul, wherever he is, he said that he made his decision based off who guessed the right number, the closest to out of 10, 1 through 10. So if he was telling the truth, then my soul doesn't believe him. My soul thinks he was against me regardless, but I was 1 number guess off of winning $1 million.
Right.
That's crushing in its own way, but not the way you're talking about this.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but Tyrone, the final 4 is Tyrone, it's Daisy, it's Mel, it's Moira. 3 girls and Tyrone. Tyrone's the last man standing. He cannot compete in this challenge. It's going to be a 3-way challenge between those ladies, and the winner is guaranteed in the final 3. But in this week, it doesn't even really matter who the HOH is, because they can only nominate 2 people, and the winner of the veto, as long as it's not the HOH, pulls himself down or stays down, and they cast the sole vote. So the veto winner is the most powerful person here. And Mel's in such a place that, let's say, I mean, if Mel wins, she's safe no matter what. But if Daisy wins, Tyrone, and let's say Daisy puts up Mel and Moira. If anybody besides Tyrone wins that POV, let's say Daisy wins the let's say Moira wins the POV. Moira takes herself down, she votes out Tyrone. Mel takes herself down, she votes out Tyrone. The only way Tyrone makes it through is if him or Daisy win here, and him or Daisy win the next one.
Well,
They win this one. So Daisy wins here, and him or Daisy wins the next one.
right. It is exceedingly dangerous.
Yeah.
But the fact that he does have Daisy, probably. It is going to be interesting to see if Moira and Mel can talk her around to the point where they see that he has probably the best likelihood of winning this game if the folks respect just the game that's played instead of all of the preemptive jury management.
It might be because I saw as soon as Frank went home, Moira melted down. She was very upset. Mel scooped her up, sweet talked her, mom talked her. Moira was eating everything Mel said. She's so furious at she was so furious at Daisy. She was so furious at Tyrone. Mel kept talking to her, and by the end of that conversation, she's not even angry at Daisy anymore. She's all gung ho to get Daisy into this trio. And we might see it. I don't know. I can't wait to see this challenge. Who do you anticipate? Did you see the challenge? The teaser was leaked about the space shuttles.
I did not see the space shuttles, but space shuttles make me think that Daisy's probably got a leg up on this one.
I think Daisy's going to be the favorite for sure.
I think Daisy's going to be the favorite, but it will be interesting. The thing that will matter the most, perhaps, is what happens if Mel decides to pick a king here.
This is a charisma challenge, so Mel can definitely influence. What do you think Mel's choice will be? Because she's got three options. She is not use it to give herself the best chance to win. She is use it to boost either one of Daisy or Moira, or use it to detract from one of them. What is your guess?
So what I would do here, if it were me, is either try and break Daisy's concentration or tuck Moira up, because if your goal as Mel is to get Tyrone out, Daisy's the wrong option. And if you're gonna make the play, make the play. This is the time.
So what's your guess? I can't guess on this because I think I got a little sneak peek into what Mel is gonna do. What do you think Mel's gonna do here?
I mean, honestly, given her personality, I think she's just gonna keep it to herself and fight as hard as she can to win it. But
you're locking in there.
That's what I'm locking in. It's not the smart move, but I think that's what she's gonna do.
And who are you locking to win this challenge?
I think that if nobody interferes with her, which is to say that if Mel doesn't do the smart thing, then it's gonna be Daisy.
And let's say Mel either boosts Moira or interferes with Daisy. What do you think happens then?
I think that that's gonna be enough to make it a coin flip, and it's gonna be a real close game.
Love it. Can't wait to see. We got to talk after this next veto challenge before the vote and see what we think is going to happen. I appreciate you as always. This is Tamir Outdoor out.
Peace.
Yo, welcome to the late night vibes, this is where we shine. Tam and Bricks got the insights, we're one of a kind. From Big Brother's house to the crypto deals we unfold. Let's take a deep dive, hear the stories untold. It's Tam L4, the runner-up, feel the fire. With Robert Bricks, we elevate, climbing higher. Tam and Bricks at the dark, we're bringing the heat. With stories from the house, this podcast can't be beat. Tune in for the laughs, the drama, the strife. Join us on this journey as we share the Big Brother life. Big Brother S2, secrets we gonna reveal. From strategies to alliances, it's also real. Bricks brings the high 6'9" in the game. Survivor in his past, but he's back with new fame. In the dark we'll shine, dissecting every twist. Get ready for the drama you don't wanna miss. Time and breaks out the dark, we're bringing the heat. With stories from the house, this podcast can't be beat. Tune in for the laughs, the drama, the strife. Join us on this journey as we share the Big Brother life. Time and breaks out the dark, we're bringing the heat. With stories from the house, this podcast can't be beat. Tune in for the laughs, the drama, the strife. Join us on this journey as we share the Big Brother life. Big Brother S2, secrets we gonna reveal. From strategies to alliances, it's also real. Brings the height, 6'9" in the game. Survivor in his past, but he's back with new fame. In the dark we'll shine, dissecting every twist. Get ready for the drama you don't wanna miss. Time and breaks out the dark, we're bringing the heat. With stories from the house, this podcast can't be beat. Tune in for the laughs, the drama, the strife. Join us on this journey as we share the Big Brother life. So lock in your seats, it's time for the show.